Hello again. So hope y'all are doing okay. I'm feeling a very nostalgic energy. Okay, so the prayer's coming up. Okay, you know what? Oh, okay. The fuck was the other card that was here? Anyways. So, there is always a point in our lives that we are learning and growing and loving. Learning, growing, loving. And that doesn't often translate into what we think we should be feeling. Sometimes learning is falling in love and being in love with the wrong person. Sometimes learning is sitting on your couch and doing nothing, and then regretting it and then doing something about it. Sometimes learning is praying for the first time and then going through hell and then coming out on the other side with a more full sense of self. I feel like, this is getting deep, but yeah, I feel like finding a sense of self is extremely hard, and I don't know that it's always fruitful, just because it's so complicated and a lot of people don't have the room to explore that. But on the other hand, having lived and having loved is something that is absolutely necessary to live. And that's what I'm learning at the moment, and have learned over and over again, and I will learn over and over again, and we all will learn over and over again. I think at this stage in humanity, loving is it's funny. But anyways, loving is something that is needed and is imperative for things to go forward. That makes sense. Gosh, I hope this is... hope my camera is set up properly. Anyways. But yeah. We always have those memories that make us wistful about life and about having lived and loved. Anyways, so let's see what's going on here. we're like halfway through the school year. So yeah, we're like halfway through the school year. Oh gosh. I can't. Oh wait, never mind. Just like music is playing. Okay. So I have to say, like, I've gotten this message before. So this card is to do with the material world. And sometimes we get so caught up in the comforts of the castle, per se, and we like neglect ourselves and our friendships, and kind of cage up and don't, or I think it's rather about neglecting our emotions. And so then we kind of just, and so we kind of just like, and so we kind of have to learn that lesson and go through the money isn't everything, work isn't everything, society is kind of crazy, and it's not sustainable to be working 24/7, yada yada yada. Because it's true, a lot of the times we forget to sustain ourselves, or we can't sustain ourselves because of the situation that we're in, sadly. And so it kind of things fall by the wayside, thus taking us into a sort of dark night of the soul, if you want to get all spiritual about it. But yeah, what was I looking at earlier? Again, yeah, like healing something to do with our needs. And wow, it's hard to talk about this. So there's like a disconnect between what our body needs and what our mind needs. Yeah, because our mind needs intellectual stimulation and or stimulation in general, and we're getting like lots and lots of that. But excuse me. But yeah, we're getting lots and lots of that stimulation, but there's like the disconnect between our desires in the material world. Like, what is it that we need versus what we want? And we're needing to heal that and connect to ourselves more as a society in general, because, you know, a lot of us have promised ourselves that we're going to take care of ourselves, and we just don't, and we don't have the means to. So yeah, a lot of these things go by the wayside. Anyways. Okay, let's get some cards here. What is happening? Excuse me. Oh. This is what happens when you go too fast. Okay. Okay. Gives me the ocean, the mystic, the man, and the pilgrim, and the hunter. Okay. I think this is okay. So a lot of you guys are probably spiritual. And maybe have been wanting to move, or have been wanting to at least like, maybe have been wanting to start spirituality and are kind of like extremely motivated to do that. Amazing.